All right, man. Good evening, everybody. Man, this is another episode of Because I Feel Like It Pod. We got a lot on our minds, man. Just ready to just let it out. Sports, media, basketball, college basketball, regular NBA basketball, NFL, just anything that's going on in the world. It's going to encompass a lot of things, man. But we just want to get with y'all tonight and just, share our thoughts. And obviously, me, Marcus, man. Got my guy Swerve here, man. What's going on, brother?
Ain't too much. Good evening, y'all. Good evening. Please, I'm gonna let y'all know up front. Uh, there might be a uh few instances where I use profanity to describe a particular person or that particular person's actions this evening. So I'm just giving y'all the heads up at the beginning of the show to let y'all know. But we don't have many children in the audience that tune into us. But there will be a few. This show is probably NC-17. This show probably going to be NC-17, a little more than our PG-13 show, because I feel like we have to address certain things today. And in addressing those, we have to call situations what they actually are and people what they are actually behaving like.
Yeah, and
So,
it's past due too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make no sense how shit is going, and nobody is really correcting it or holding people accountable for their actions or their
for
words.
their accountability, it goes back to that word accountability. So, I'm going to start the show by saying I'm showing you what I'm drinking. I'm on my tequila as usual, but I'm drinking it out of this shot glass right here.
Yeah,
And I'm
man.
gonna turn it around for those if you can't see. It says Super Bowl champions. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna work my way up to certain things, but I got to get this off my chest. If you're a Washington Commanders fan, shut up, shut up. I'm tired of y'all disrespecting, and this is gonna lead me to where I'm going. I'm tired of y'all talking crazy, like, oh, Jalen Hurts ain't good. Like, bruh, Jalen Hurts and them hung 55 on you. Jalen Hurts played, Jalen Hurts was 21 for 28, had a QB rating of over 100, led an offense that scored 48 points, and they pulled the starters. Like, Jaden Daniels, that's a cool story, but stop disrespecting bro, because bro literally manhandles y'all. Not only he manhandles y'all. This is what I wanted to start the show off because I know we talked about Jalen Hurts disrespect a few weeks ago, but since then it's gotten worse. So like, and especially coming from Commanders fans, it's this dickhead Commanders fan that said, Saquon carried Jalen, right?
Right.
Saquon, that team is stacked. Only reason he won is the team is stacked. Fam, you seen? I said the same team that was stacked last year. They had Jordan Davis, who was a bust. They should have took Kyle Hamilton. That's all we heard last year about Jordan Davis, right? Nolan Smith is garbage. Nolan Smith, they wasted it. They traded up and drafted Nolan Smith. That was, or they took Nolan Smith with that pick in the first round. That was a horrible pick, right? We heard Slay was old and washed up, and they needed to let him go. They made a mistake re-signing him after they let him go, right? N'Kobe Dean was another bust. He fell to the third round for a reason, and he can't stay healthy. He's a bust. Vaughn's team, the team that drafted him, didn't even want to pay this man $3 million to keep him, right? He's a bust. Milton Williams was a fourth round pick. who was nothing more than a rotational piece for the first 3 years of his career.
Yeah.
Josh Sweat, the Eagles was getting ready to cut Josh Sweat. They told him find a team. Josh Sweat couldn't find a team and had to rework his deal. And played on a 1-year deal. But this team is stacked. This team is stacked. This is out of name. You have Smith, Davis, Sweat, Slay, Dean, Blankenship. Did I say Slay?
Yeah, you said Slay.
Okay. So I said Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean, Slay, Blankenship, right? That's 6 players. That's 6 players that returned from a defense that finished dead last. So you got them 6 players that was on the defense that finished dead last, right? You added 2 rookies in Q and Coop. That's 8. You added Bond. That's 9. Who was $3 million? $3 million. That's what he made last year. $3 million. Nobody was beating down that man's door to sign him.
Yeah.
You bump back Gardner Johnson, who signed with a team, and then the team felt like he wasn't worth what they signed him for and was no longer needed. So you bring him back.
Yep.
The only player on that defense that was even considered talented, like elite, is Jalen Carter.
Yep.
So one of the 11 guys on that defense going into the season was considered elite. So how does a team full of outcasts and misfits all of a sudden now become a stacked team?
Because
it don't make sense. That's the narrative. That team ain't stacked. That team just played great. That anything to discredit Hurts. Then the same offense, like people are talking like that offense 2 years ago wasn't hanging 30 on cats before Saquon arrived.
Yeah, but my thing is, bro, like, and I'm gonna just tell you like this: all the disrespect that people are showing towards Jalen and all that, like, bro, it don't even register with me no more, because I gotta go back, right? Every time I think about it, every time I start to like want to troll, and I do it regularly here and there. But at the end of the day, I'm sitting here thinking, dog, life is beautiful as an Eagle fan. You see what I'm saying? Like, in the last, you want to go back 25 years. Who is the most relevant team? I'm talking about relevant good team in the NFC East over the last 25 years.
The Eagles.
Right. It's been that way. They've been good that long. They may have had maybe 2 years where they, had to go through a transition, but they right back up. There are, generations going to 20 to 20, every 20 to 25 years, right? There's two generations, right, almost right now that haven't seen a Commanders Super Bowl.
Yeah, they are Dallas North.
Right, exactly. So when it comes to recognizing them anymore, you know what I'm saying? We're not the little kids anymore, dog. You know what I'm saying? We the adults in the room now.
Yeah. You go, and that's what I told him. I said, go ahead and after I broke it down to him, he was like, all he did was hand the ball off. He don't deserve no credit. Bruh, He threw 20. He had 28 passing attempts. Saquon only had 15 rushing attempts in the NFC Championship.
Yeah,
he averaged 8.8 yards an attempt. Jaden Daniels averaged 5.3 yards an attempt. So if if Jalen was just dinking and dunking and he averaged 8.8, what do you call 5.4, fam? What do you call 5.4?
It's crazy. Just to recap over, we did the 25 years, right? Just to recap over the last couple years alone, son. Like these jokers, I don't even feel like I need to have to address them and have a like a more than a 2-second interaction because there's no point to me. Dog, there's nothing they can tell me, dog. Nothing.
This was the last time we're gonna do our when we do a round table or NFC round table talk around the draft. I got Rachel coming on to talk to Commanders.
Okay.
Because she's one that has sense. Then I got my boy CJ, or maybe Waleed might come on and talk to Giants. We just got to find the Cowboys fan. But I just wanted to start. I'm doing something special tonight for everybody that irritated me and irked me the last 2 weeks. Dickhead Bull in the sports group, Commanders fan Bull, this is for you.
Oh my God.
This is what you can do.
Oh my God, man.
That's what I'm on tonight. That's what I'm on tonight. So I'm not addressing it no more until we do the NFC East roundtable discussion. But for all you Commanders fans, congratulations on signing Tunsil. Congratulations on signing Debo. You are now the second best team in the NFC East. All you Jalen Hurts haters, everyone who has an issue with Jalen Hurts,
get over it. It's
all the Eagles fans who don't like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, it's still some Eagles. The IGG. It's still a club.
Eagles. It's the Eagles fans.
Yeah, man. It don't even. Even just trolling them, man. I feel like I'm a bully now. Just, you know what I mean? I ain't messing with them no more, man. But
Now I said I just wanted to get that off my chest because I've been in this group and I just been letting him talk between the Jalen Hurts. I ain't never seen men so emotional in this last month.
Yeah.
It's only two current players that make these dudes really emotional. It seems like Jalen Hurts has become a lightning rod for controversy in the NFL amongst even his own fans. Yeah, and then we can jump into LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
Let me get this one, man. Let me get this. I'm gonna start this one off. Now, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody out there has been following along with this thing between Stephen A and LeBron. Yeah, I get it. I mean, you ain't gonna get along with everybody, it's not possible. But I don't understand. If you don't get along with a man and he don't fuck with you, right? If he don't mess with you, leave that man alone, right?
Right.
Don't talk to him. I know. Yes, I understand that Stephen A got a job, but if that man don't want to talk to you, that's it. Leave him alone. So come to find out, yes, it's a backstory to the situation, but to me, Stephen A has crossed the line to a point where you can't return. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one, we understand who LeBron is, right? We understand what he means to the game of basketball. On not just in the NBA, but around the world, in his impact in the culture as well, and just straight hooping. We understand that. The only person that seems to really have a big issue with that is Stephen A. Because, and I don't know, I'm not going to assume, maybe LeBron just don't want to mess with him, but I get the vibes just listening to Stephen A. Especially after what took place when Stephen A. or not Stephen A. but LeBron went on the Pat McAfee show. That hurt his soul.
It stung. It
hurt him. It hurt him to his core.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's trying to make it seem like, well, LeBron is mad at him because Stephen A. won't say he's the greatest ever. No, that's not it, bro. That is not it. If Stephen A. took the time to rewatch and listen to himself, he would understand why. Who are you? And he slipped up today, right?
Yeah.
He got on LeBron. He was ready to try to pull LeBron card because he felt his why. He was about to say, why didn't you go to Kobe's funeral? For one, why are you bringing Kobe? Why are you
into this?
No longer here, where he can't speak for himself, into a situation that is ignorant and irresponsible for you to do so, to try to get a one up on LeBron. Yeah. That's nasty.
That's egregious. That's disgusting behavior.
Disgusting
behavior. He's a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, to try to settle a score with somebody, you're going to bring up somebody that's not here, and then that's a disrespectful thing for their family.
Yeah, you're going to bring up a funeral. You're going to bring up a funeral.
Yeah,
like you're going to call this man out about not attending a funeral at which he attended.
He attended,
but he said he didn't want to focus on him. He wanted it to be about Kobe.
Right. So he stayed in the background, but he was
in the background.
But he was there. And so then
he was there.
So then, because then when he got jammed up, he came back and issued an apology. But bro, it's too late.
It's too late. He crashing out.
You showed your hand when doing that.
Yeah. Listen, I listened to Stephen A. First off, Stephen A. This is what you can do, Stephen A. Smith.
Dude, I watched the whole thing, and
he lost me when he said, "If LeBron would have did this, I would have put my hand. If he would have put his hands on me, I would have swung on him."
Right.
Brett, you 50 something.
He 50. I think he's 55 or 56.
LeBron got a dad your age, fam. I'm gonna need you to calm your old ass down, because this is how you know he talking out his ass. He said, if LeBron would have put his hands on me, I would have swung on him. Then he said, but I don't think it would have ever came to that. So if you didn't think it was going to come to that, why are you even talking about it?
Right. And then the thing that kills me is because of what's going on, that LeBron would not have put his hands on you.
It's the third quarter, fam. He approached you in the third quarter. Like, this man is at work. Like, he gotta get back to work.
Like, why are you talking crazy knowing that he can punch you?
He can't punch you. He at work.
And then you double back, and then you double back, and you just keep saying stuff. You know what I'm saying, that don't even register. You know what I mean? So I get to that to say this. Yes, Stephen A. is 100% wrong in this, but this, if you go back in time, Stephen A. is a product of what is being allowed by sports channels, or the organized, not the organizations, but
the
CBS, Fox. He is a product.
Even the local networks.
Because if you go back in time, right, when we was coming up, even as adults, you didn't see athletes be followed and people drilling into their personal life. Like the only two things I can ever remember from, stuff being covered on a particular athlete was when MJ, did the betting, right? And they let that go. And then when old buddy Ray Caruth, killed
his baby mom.
The
Yeah.
baby's still alive. God bless, he's still here.
Yeah.
He's a baby, man. And he actually graduated school and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But those are the only two things you ever heard of. But
who killed Jordan dad?
Right, yeah. That was another one, right? But
we that whole story didn't sit right with me.
Right, but they never covered
anything
like that until it was allowed. And now that's when you got the Jim Rohns. That's how the Skip Baylesses came around.
Skip Bayless trash.
That's how Stephen A came around. Like even with Stephen A, if you go back 5 years with Stephen A and Kyrie beat the crap out of him.
I wish he would have. And then if you go even further back, Stephen A always pop and fly, but he usually like the whole Kwame Brown situation. Stephen A picked on this young man. Kwame Brown was 18 years old, bro. Right. Kwame Brown did not deserve any of that treatment Stephen A gave him. That was an 18, like he might have been a 6'11 and 255, 260, but at the end of the day, Kwame Brown was still a child.
Right.
And every chance Stephen A got to talk about Kwame Brown, he trashed him. He never said nothing good. And I took issue with that. As fans, we do that. Right. But bruh, you're a journalist. Like this is your job. Like that is somebody's son. And not only is it somebody's son, that boy just turned 18.
Yes.
And then the same thing, like he coming at Bronny. Bronny 19, 20 years old. Bronny had a heart attack last year.
Attention to nothing he's saying.
Not even Bronny ain't worried about Stephen A. Smith. Like, but LeBron is right as a father. And here's where I take issue with all you weirdos in the world who mad at Bron for sticking up for his son. LeVar Ball did the same thing for his kid, right?
Yep.
The middle one ain't. He said the middle one was going to be an NBA All-Star. He said all three of his sons was going to be All-Star. As a father, if you're not pumping positivity and you're not boosting your children up, you're a loser in the lane.
Thank you. Something's wrong with you if you're not saying your kid's not going to be good. If you're not
speaking existence into your children, if you're not helping them, if you're not your child's biggest hype man, you're a lame.
Something's wrong with you as a man. Absolutely.
As a man, if you have an issue with LeBron getting his son a job in the NBA and securing his bag, you take issue to that. They didn't pick him in the first round. It was 58 picks in the draft. They picked this dude 55th. If Van LeBron's son got him picked 55th, I don't have no issue for that. Go get your son a job at McDonald's with you, nigga.
You know what?
Why you don't got your?
You know what hurt Stephen A the most though?
What's that?
Out of all of this, is that because he wanted that conversation with LeBron.
Again, he did.
But when Bron took that conversation unknown to anybody and showed up on Pat McAfee's show, that hurt his soul.
Yeah, it did. He thought he was gonna come on his show and they was gonna hash it out. No, nigga, this ain't Isaiah and Magic. This ain't Shaq and Kobe.
He wanted it so
LeBron
bad.
Don't respect you.
And when that happened, and LeBron said what he said on Pat McAfee's show, that's what snapped.
Snapped on him. What Draymond tell Paul Pierce when he said you on your retirement tour? Don't nobody love you. What you thought you was Kobe?
He said you ain't Kobe.
You ain't Kobe. Yeah. Don't nobody love you. You ain't Kobe.
He showed him.
Stephen A. Smith.
He showed him.
You lame.
Because Stephen A. thought because he got that money that he was the big man at ESPN.
But what happens is that like even in real life, in my life, for instance, like sometimes you get money, you doing well, you living okay, and you get comfortable like not entertaining certain things,
right,
and just ignoring the bullshit.
Right.
So it might be something that 15 years ago that might have triggered me to run down on somebody, might approach them and see what's happening. Type, because I ain't going. You can't talk to me a certain way. You can't say certain things to me or about me without me reacting 10, 15 years ago. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? 20 years ago, you say something crazy to me, I'm gonna see you outside.
Yep.
I ain't a tough guy, but I don't tolerate disrespect. So if I feel like you disrespecting me, you're gonna have to see me outside, and we gonna handle it, and it's just gonna get handled how it is. But as I've grown and progressed through life, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about me. You know why? Family good. I get money.
But dog,
I'm living a good life.
But look at this.
Right?
But look at this, though. This man, I think Stephen A. is 55, 56, right? Not only is a 55, 56-year-old man, he is a 55 or 56-year-old black man, right? So what does he always preach about? He always preaches about being a role model, looking out
For
for
who?
making sure the kids see a good example of how to take care or handle your business, right? If I could ask him, I want to ask him. He never gonna watch this shit, but if I could ask him, do you think in the way you're conducting yourself right now, do you think you are handling yourself in a respectful, normal manner as an elder at the age of 56? Are you doing that?
Here's what happened. Again, we watched Bron grow from an 18-year-old
to a 40-year-old
to a 40-year-old, right?
Yep.
We grew up together. I watched you grow from a boy to a man, same as you've watched me. Like I was saying a few minutes ago.
Yep.
Certain things that triggered me 20 years ago can't get to me now because the work I put in to get where I am as a person, as a man, the work just the same way you've put in work as a person, as a man. And there's certain things that somebody could have said to you 20 years ago that might trigger you, but now it don't bother you. But and Bron has given Skip Bayless a pass for 20 years. Right? Bron's given a lot of these. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bron has given a lot of people in the media so many passes for so long, right? So now it's kind of like, oh, this nigga Black soft. I done did this, that. Black ain't even say nothing. He soft. Swerve, this, and that. Swerve, like, personally, I went through something today. And everybody like, yo, like, situations, man, disrespectful. And I just smile. I'm like, yo, I don't even be bothered by I'm unbothered when it comes to people I don't respect. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't even respect you enough to respond or reply to your ignorance. And that's how Bron has conducted himself for 20 plus years, right?
Right.
So everybody thinks that Bron's just soft or Bron's non-confrontational, yada, yada, yada. That don't be the case at all. Sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas the great Negro spiritual Kendrick Lamar. Sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas. And that's what Bron did. And the funny part about that is Stephen A. in bitch nigga fashion, woof, 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 woof. And then when somebody pops out and shows you what's up,
right
now you just sitting there and now he's sitting there and he like, damn, this boy done chunked me in front of 20,000 people live and how many millions of people watching, right?
Right.
So now he's trying to save face.
Yeah.
So now he's trying to save face and make it seem like first he respected and understood Bron as a father.
Right.
That's what he was saying, right? Oh, I understand it, and I respect, and I had no issue with LeBron. But nah, fam, you literally been sneak dissing this bull for a long time, and then you coming at him for basically being a father and supporting his son.
And he cool with everybody that's in Brian's circle except Brian. So what does that tell you?
That it's more so he got an issue with Brian because Brian won't allow him to access. I think it's more an access situation first.
Right. That's what I think too.
So
Brian was keeping receipts on it, and he just was like, "No, I'm
not." So literally a week ago, it was all good. A week ago, and y'all talked and you hashed it out, and everything was cool, and you respect Brian as a father, and it was just a simple misunderstanding, right?
Right.
So then the play was he was going, I bet you I'm gonna get him to come on and do the show with me. But it's like, nah. And then he went to McAfee, and then he pulled up. I didn't wear Nikes because I wore 23 because I wanted to be like Michael Jordan. Yes.
Yeah, he started
what kid didn't want to be like, I'm not a Jordan fan, but I'm not gonna sit here and say at one point I didn't want it. Sometimes I mean that he is me. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jordan is one of the greatest basketball players ever, and he came into the league at the perfect time. He called an up-and-coming sneaker company that threw all their money behind him.
Right.
He called an up-and-coming sports drink that threw all their money behind him, and he had the talent to match what he was making at the time. So, yes, Michael Jordan was great, but Michael Jordan had the media hype. He had the Nike hype. He had Gatorade. Nike and Gatorade called him early, and then his performance matched what he was supposed to be. And then you had those big brands like McDonald's, Fruit of the Loom, and all those other companies jumped on and became and started to support. Mike earned everything. Like, Mike is great. Mike is the second greatest basketball player ever.
And that part right there is what burns. That part right there is what burns Stephen A, is because LeBron don't care about his opinion.
Yeah.
And he wants him to so bad.
He wants to be so relevant in LeBron's life. He wants to be so relevant in LeBron's life, and it hurts him.
Yeah, he won't give him.
And it hurts him that he don't get the access. At least my boy Skip Bayless done gave up. Like, Skip Bayless done gave up trying to get LeBron's attention.
What if he just tried being a normal human being? Right?
Who, Stephen A?
Right. He just like if you said whatever he said that LeBron, you know what I mean, cut, because I would have did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But my thing in this whole situation is that it's been allowed for so long, not just with LeBron, but with everybody else.
But everybody.
But now the tables have completely turned where, guess what? The athletes have podcasts, right?
Yeah. And
that's another thing that was mentioned. Brian about to do a podcast with Steve Nash and JJ. You see what I'm saying? Times, yeah.
Speaking of that, I gotta shout out my boy Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague got the funniest podcast. Jeff Teague, like Gillen Wallow. I remember I ran into Gillen Wallow at whose softball game was that?
That would have to be
Jalen Mills. No, I was at Jalen Mills. This is like when Wallow first came home, right?
Okay.
This when Wallow first came home, and it was Jalen Mills' joint, right? Jalen Mills had a dope ass softball game. Quan Alexander, Jalen Mills, right. Willie Thomas, couple of the receivers, a bunch of offensive linemen. That's when I took the picture with Drew. Drew Rosenhaus was there. Okay. So it was a couple like dudes that was popping on the internet, and I'm just sitting there being me, cracking jokes. And Gilly was like, "Yo, you was a funny ass nigga. Like, what do you do?" I like, bro, I'm just here. I said we started the V Doors. We was all up there for the because I felt like it podcast, and we had got the press passes, and we was just on the field busting it up. So I'm standing next to Gil and Wallow. I didn't even know who Wallow was. So like Dorsey's there, and this little kid run up to me, and I know he probably this was like 5-6 years ago. So you probably grown now. You probably a little grown. Sorry to disappoint you, kid. So I'm standing there like, and it's crazy. I think it was a small slot receiver. He was like off the practice squad, up and down off the practice squad. It was me, Jalen Mills, this receiver from the practice squad, something Davis. I remember his name. Dorsey there, Gil Wallow, and it was another like dude who he had the internet jumping for a few years. So I'm in there, my Eagle shirt on, my hat, and he was like, "Excuse me, sir." And I'm just like everybody looking, and he come running up to me. He was like, "Thank you." So this is 7 years ago because it was right after they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So we all sitting there. He said, "Excuse me, sir. You're one of my favorite players. Thank you for helping us win the Super Bowl. Can you sign my hat?"
You signed the hat.
So look, everybody look at me, right?
Oh my God. You signed the hat, yo. You signed the hat. Oh my God. Oh, come on, you signed the hat. Oh, holy shit. You signed that boy hat?
I signed that boy hat.
Oh.
Yo, I was like, so everybody just look at me, right? Everybody just look at me, like, so look, I'm like this. I was like, yo, real talk, that's the best day of that boy's life. That boy just had the best day of his life. He not never gonna realize that I'm just nobody, and I'm just sitting.
He was just happy to be in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we geeked on that for like 30 minutes. And that's what I'm saying. I met them. They like, yo, you a funny ass dude. I'm like, man, look, I ain't want to break the boy's heart. Look.
So you had to do
He would have been like, he would have been like the best defensive end to play football. He would have got 93 sacks against the Eagles. And they was like, why did you play so hard against the Eagles? He would have been like, well, back in 2018, it was just big guys that were there for the Eagles. I asked you to sign my hat. Oh man, listen. And every time like Gil, they was just like, yo, I chopped it up with them. Gil, Wallow, well deserved, well earned. Y'all killing it. Yeah. Y'all dudes have been funny, and I just every once in a while I see that, and some of the fake because Gil looked at me like,
like what? Hey Gil, hey man, oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh, like
sorry, young man, you probably like 15, 16 now. Sorry to break it to you.
Yeah.
I go to work Monday through Friday. I ain't made a tackle since 2003, cuz.
Hey, but yeah, man. To wrap this thing up with Stephen A. and LeBron. I respect Stephen A. for his work up until the Kyrie situation. That's as far as it goes for me. And then you talking about you would have swung on LeBron. And I'm gonna close it out with this, bro. You know those push brooms they have in the high school where it go up. Dog, understand if he go to swing on LeBron, dog, LeBron would have folded his ass like a fucking walking broom. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah.
Because like he may not even be $180. He might be 175. LeBron would have grabbed him with his one arm and hurt Stephen A. You understand? Like one slap from LeBron would rearrange Stephen A. face, bro. Like this man, you really think you could be the man? I mean, like, do you understand? Do you think you could be the man that spends $1 million on just
on his body a year? He spent $1 million just to stay in shape. Listen,
where in your mind did you? I don't understand you talking for theatrics or whatever it is.
Yeah, I watched the Pat McAfee show. And I knew Stephen A. was hurt, right? So I'm like, I can't wait to see what Buddy says, the following morning.
Right.
So I'm like, I gotta listen to this.
He went on. He went on, because he got his own little podcast. He got his own.
And I'm like. So when he said. I'm like listening to it because they send you know how your phone gets you. They send you quotes out like it'd be like boom. Stephen A. says this. Stephen A. says this.
Right.
So I get the joint. It hit me with the Stephen A. said he was going to swing on LeBron. I said I got to hear this. I got to hear this. And when he said it. Like before they could even put it out, and as soon as I read that Stephen A. swing on LeBron, I had a flashback to when he was hitting that bag all stupid.
And they pulled it up.
But this is when I seen it, instantly my mind went to him doing that, and I was like, "Boy, you got your old ass."
It would have been so fast. Do you see how he was, dog? That one thing when he went like this, dog, by the time his elbow would have reached to do it, he would have.
Brian got like a 79-inch reach.
He would have been out, dog.
Bro, I seen the one where they did with Martin with Dragonfly Jones.
Yeah. And he started playing the piano. Hey, my man kicked him in the face and he got up.
He was swung on Brown. What night was that game? Thursday. He was swung on Brown on Thursday and woke up.
It would have been a whole different. It would have been a new.
He would have started the playoffs. He would have woke up to start the NBA.
Yeah. His hair. You talking about where his hairline would have been? His shit.
But he goofy. He's 57 years old and talking about he would have swung. He would have woke up. He'd have been 64.
Don't even make it dog. I'm sitting there like, who the hell do you look, man? Like, I'm even thinking about it like myself. I'm watching you in this video. Do you really think for one, I'm gonna let you do any of that? Yo, I'd have broke his face.
Bruh, I'm like,
but it shows
he would have swung. He would have swung on LeBron. Like, you know how funny that sounds. Like, you know how funny that sounds. Like Stephen A. Smith. Like I said, you gotta dad this. That man got a dad your age. Like, I just imagine one of my pops boys talking crazy to me and swinging on me, like talking about if he would have put his hands on, sir, you too old for me to put my hands on you.
Yeah, like
So
dog. I mean, it like I think Stephen A was 6'1", 6'2", something like that.
yeah, about a buck 75.
Yeah, he'd have been gone, dog. I understand. Like you 6'4" and 100 pounds smaller than this dude. What was you going to be swinging at? That he would have already folded you up and put you. Hey, look, man. He would have Stephen A. Just be 56, bro.
Yeah,
You
just
know,
be
just be
the cool old head, man. Just be the cool old head.
And he ain't even that no more, cuz just leave LeBron alone, dog.
Yeah.
Because you looking like a bitter ex right now, cuz. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You looking bad.
He looking like
he
the washed up old head.
That an elder black man. That's what really bothers me. That an elder black man. He not Charles Oakley. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah. Like if Charles Oakley said that, like I would respect if Charles Oakley was like, if LeBron would have touched me, I'd have swung on him. Like I respect that coming from Charles Oakley. But Stephen A, you ain't never chumped nobody. You couldn't even chump Jason Whitlock, and we don't even rap with Whitlock.
Yeah,
you couldn't even chump Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. And we don't rock.
He talking about Bron don't want smoke, bro. Like, understand if Bron punch you in your chest, you gonna go into cardiac arrest.
What you going? Bron don't want smoke.
Yeah, like,
what are you talking about?
That's out of you being 56, cuz. Like, you understand? Like, yes, 56 is still right now in these days. You could say relatively in good health.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Understand if that man hits you, you still 56.
Bron don't want smoke. What you write an article about him? I don't
let that go, bro.
I don't know who worse. who had the worst response to LeBron, Drake or Stephen A. Smith? Because now Stephen A. Smith is on Drake level cornballish.
And now, right now, whether you like it or not, Pat McAfee got the juice at ESPN now because he was the one that pulled LeBron. You ain't do it, so that's it. It's over. To me, it's over now. But yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about now. We're gonna talk about the tournament.
Yeah, we can talk about the tournament. The Phillies pulled one out, which they shouldn't have had to have pulled one out. I just want to address that. It's opening day.
Yeah, I told you what I do with the Phillies.
I know. I had to.
I thought everybody else to know about them, and then I tuned in at the end of August.
I just had to watch this opening day, but I won't be paying attention.
They need to do some more DEI on that team because that's actually good, dog. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired of seeing them go through the same thing. Like I don't get me wrong, that's my team, but they need like DEI that can actually like hit home runs and hit, and you know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool. They can pitch, they can catch, but I need them in the lineup, dog.
Yeah.
I'm like, there ain't no disrespect to nobody, but dog, I'm like, look, I'm tired of seeing Acuna when he was up. I'm tired of seeing all these guys on these other teams have these rocking, and then we can't get past the team that got with three starters that was in the rotation that had ERAs of like 5. You know what I'm saying?
And you getting sent home.
Yeah, like my man from Arizona. His season ERA was what 5.68.
Yeah, 5.70. Yeah, 5.70 almost.
I was like,
buddy.
I'm like, cuz
like, he came out there looking like young Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, man, like them dudes couldn't get no. They couldn't get man. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah, this is
guy on that team, man. You know,
not any. They Sosa was trash.
Yeah. And I'm not talking bullpen. I'm not talking.
Yeah, I need somebody, an everyday player.
Yeah.
I need an everyday player.
Yeah,
them boys looking like the them boys looking like straight out of Hoosiers, like one of them type movies. Who did West Texas have to beat to win it?
I need my lineup to have a little bit more color, bro.
A little more color, yeah. It's no diversity. It's no diversity on the.
No, not in that line.
Real Muto might get a little dark when it's during the summer summer months.
Ain't no melanin in that.
Kepler, Marsh, Harper, Scott.
Just give me one.
Turner,
dude. You know what I mean?
Clemens.
Yeah, we could do some El Salvador. You know what I'm saying?
Schwarber.
Yeah, he could be from Guantanamo,
Guatemala, like something. Just give me one.
Chile.
No, they play soccer down there. They play soccer.
Just give me one dude, man. I'm good, man. They can't be getting up there.
No, you know that. Oh, this here is a whites only pie.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a post desegregation lineup. Like, man.
They don't know Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier.
Hey, and dog, they be rocking like they was rocking all the way through in the middle of August.
Till All-Star break, around All-Star break last year.
That's when I knew they needed some more black people on that team or somebody with color because they would have never faded. You know what I'm saying? Because we used to being out in the sun all year. You know?
Yeah.
All the way down, way back in the day.
Like you read the lineup, your baseball team ain't good if I ain't got to struggle reading at least one name in the lineup card.
Boys, man, like,
can I get a Renteria? Can I get a Suarez? Can I get a Sanchez? Can I get a Renteria?
Last year, bro, they was dead tired.
Like
on that team.
Damn, every name in the Phillies lineup is easy to pronounce. Brandon Marsh.
They need some solos and
Bryce Harper.
Yeah, they need some solos and
Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, they do, man.
Trey Turner. Real Muto.
Yeah, they hurt my feelings.
I want one of them guys who came over with the fake birth certificate and was playing in the Little League World Series when they was 19 years old.
Yeah. I'm like, they need some people, man. That hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Nah, I feel you.
I was sitting here watching the Alabama BYU game. They cracking them Jesuits.
Yeah, Bama tough, man.
They killing them. They killing them, man. But yeah, just to recap, man. Like the Eagles, the Jalen Hurts shit. I don't care about these people no more, man. We got 2 Super Bowls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised they win again this year.
Yeah, we that's what I said. Sneaky good signings. They have made a few sneaky good signings. So
hey, real quick though. I told Jokers, hey, yeah, that's another thing too. Y'all need to get on Blue Sky, dog. Like I understand, like everybody's, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the person. Let me say this real quick. I don't want to be the person that's trying to browbeat people into joining, you know what I'm saying? Because, I understand that there's a lot of good, respectable people for one, even though X overall is trash, but there's a lot of good, respectable people on X who are content creators who started their journey in content creating and building bonds and all that stuff on X. But Blue Sky is going to be it within the next year or so, man. So y'all need to jump on there more and just, interact. There's a lot of good people over there as well. The only thing is missing is that you can't really, you can't stream from there. But I'm pretty sure them people relatively soon will update that. But yeah, man. At the same time, like I was telling somebody, like the Chiefs Super Bowl looked like what the last 8 games of last year looked like for the Eagles.
Yeah.
It was just a all-encompassing buffet. Everything that went wrong with the Eagles in the last 8 games happened to the Chiefs in that one game.
It happened.
Couldn't tackle, couldn't block,
couldn't catch.
Yeah, couldn't catch. Was throwing picks, turning over the ball. That's exactly what it was. But I don't see the Eagles. I see the Eagles going. I don't like calling shots, but I see the Eagles getting back on that same road again next year, man. You know what I mean?
Listen, the defense. I'm about to say, because I remember the conversation before the season,
right?
And I said if the defense could perform and land somewhere in the top 15, that I believe strongly in my heart that the Eagles could win the Super Bowl, and what happened was the offense was sputtering, or not even sputtering, but we didn't score a touchdown in the first quarter for the first 8 weeks of the season. And even with that, the defense was able to maintain and keep us in games. Right. And then I seen us get down early against a stacked team in Baltimore, because, the Ravens of Baltimore actually have more Pro Bowlers on their roster this year than the Eagles do. But I don't know how we don't consider the Ravens a stacked team. But I seen them get down against quality opponents. Like I seen them get down against the Ravens, and they were able to come back. I seen them get down against the Steelers. They were able to come back and hold the ball for the longest possession I've ever seen in my life as an Eagles fan. I've seen them get down against the Bengals. I've seen them get down against the Bengals, which is one of the more potent offenses in the league, and I've seen them walk the Bengals down.
Right.
So that defense was real. It exceeded my expectations. It was a top 2 defense in the league. So my thought process was, with this offense, and if we could get a top 15 defense, we had a strong shot to win the Super Bowl. Right?
Right.
Now, this is what I'm going to say this season after free agency. With this offense, if our defense can finish in the top 10, 12, I believe it's a really strong chance that we can win a Super Bowl, which means I'm not going in expecting the defense to perform anywhere near as good as it did last year.
Right.
They can, what I'm saying is they can take a step back. That defense can take a step or 2 back. But if they are able to fall from 1 to 13, 14, this team is still the most complete and best team
in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So,
but
go ahead.
But the buddy that came over from the Patriots, the Chiefs, but was with the Patriots 2 years ago. I think he's sneaky. That was a really sneaky signing. But the kid they just got from the Giants, he was on that list I sent y'all when I was like, people I wouldn't mind getting. He was on that list. And I think him right there is going to be huge. I think he's going to end up being for us what we thought we were getting when we got Bryce Huff. Yeah. Uche can. I think both of those guys have shown flashes, but I think Buddy from the Giants is going to be the one, because he can. I think he can play all. He can play in all situations. Like Uche is definitely going to be a pass rusher. I think he's going to get back to rushing the passer. I think that coming from Michigan and playing in that 3-4 in New England, I thought played to a lot of his strengths. And when you watch him get off the ball, he had that jump. When he's healthy, like he was good. Like he was in that year, he got 11 in and a half, he's shown a lot of flashes, and I think that you can play him opposite of Nolan Smith,
Yeah.
um, and you can put him down. Uh, you can put him down for probably like 5.5, 6 if he's healthy this year. But the buddy from the Giants, I think is I think when we look back on it, he's going to be that sneaky dude that came out of nowhere, and he's going to be the ball of this season.
Yep. But yeah, man. It's been a good show. I'm pretty sure, we got a lot more of these coming, man. It ain't just us two. We got some more guys that's around us. So don't think it's just us. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got some things going around. But once the crew is up, it's gonna be rocking, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We gonna be back here. Probably be back here next Thursday. But if time opens up, we might be back here over the weekend. We might be back here Monday or Tuesday. You never know.
Yeah.
We got a lot of things we want to talk about. It ain't just gonna be all Eagles. It ain't just gonna be all Sixers or Phillies. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things also in the culture that we want to talk about. In particular, like, you know what I'm saying? At least I know in our group chat, we ain't making sure nobody else in the group chat that don't belong there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
We ain't we definitely ain't making sure it ain't people lurking in the group chat that ain't supposed to be there, and then we definitely don't send out top secret plans in our group chat
yeah,
accidentally to a person who wasn't supposed to be in the group
yeah.
chat.
We
Man,
definitely
wow to
won't do
me.
that, and then act like it never happened. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah, we
but
can't do that.
and then we definitely wouldn't talk about how the previous administration was incompetent and how they went on the hunt and this person's emails and couldn't find no emails with any type secrets but you just that's right before you sent out a whole plan to start World War III. That's how you
Yeah,
leaked the whole playbook
yeah.
for World War III.
You know what I mean? You could have got some people, took out in their mission, but that's for another topic for another day, man.
Yeah,
Hey, like I said, man, we love rocking with y'all tonight. We might be here over the weekend, depending on the situation, depending on the schedule. But we definitely for sure gonna be here next Thursday, man. Um, you can reach me if you need to. I'm on Blue Sky, man. My name is my name. Marcus Blackstock out there on Blue Sky, Imagine Life 2 on Blue Sky, and Marcus Blackstock on Instagram. Marcus Blackstock on Facebook. I'm on TikTok as well, man. So where can they find you?
they know where I'm at. Swerve Griffin. Um, on the book, the Black Jason Kelsey on Instagram. I think that's the same. I identify as skinny on X in Blue Sky. That's where I'm at. That's where y'all could find me. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We back. We back building, and we appreciate y'all rocking with us and tuning in. We're gonna see y'all soon, whether it be over the weekend or on Thursday.
Yes, sir. We out.